You think up there you're dead. Believe me.
My dad believed in you. I'm not gonna make the same mistake.
Hey, Miles, how you doing?
Hey, it's going well, man. How you doing? I like that outfit.
I appreciate it. Sorry, I got the lawn man. Lawn man does every Monday. Can't control it, so little background noise. But I gotta say, I really love this sequel. Like I was telling Jerry and Joe that this is one of my favorite sequels of all time. When you think about your favorite sequels, I know I don't want you to speak on this when you're in it, but what's some movies that like really did it right by the sequel that the part two was really like official?
Man, I mean, the first one that comes to mind is The Godfather. I think that's a movie that, very similarly to this one, but they did it, at least within a couple of years. So the fact that we were able to revisit a movie like this and, Tom and Jerry movies, I mean, the first one really made Tom, a international movie star. And so when you talk about doing a sequel to something like that 30 years later, and for it to work and for it to, satisfy audiences like yourself and to really feel like you can put those movies next to each other on a shelf. That's not always how it goes with sequels. So, but yeah, The Godfather, I mean, Back to the Future, Indiana Jones, I love a good trilogy.
I know Rooster's your call sign on this one. If you had to give yourself a call sign, what would it be? Is Rooster what you would have worked up on, or what?
Nah, I don't know. I probably would have, I don't know, something different. It usually comes from something that you hate and where the guys kind of make fun of you about it. So I got like fat thumbs, and when I was a kid, everybody made fun of me, so they'd probably call me Thumbs.
I know there was a lot of hard training for Whiplash, but we talked about it when you was doing the drums and everything else. I know it was, cinematized to portray that your hands were bleeding. But when you look at what you had to do for this, can you talk a little about how this training was and how exciting and how daunting it was to train to be in this movie?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, the training for this movie was so intense. I think what was required of us to be able to get in these jets and fly with the best pilots in the world and to be able to film, when you're going, and to act when you're going 480 knots and you're 100 feet off the ground and you're going into a canyon, and to feel like you have enough experience under your belt and a comfort level to be able to keep your wits about you, and to also to be able to do all the things you need to do for the character and the story. So it was, I mean, yeah, the movie took about a year to make, and we were in, we had months of flight training beforehand, and it was, I think they told Tom originally it would be impossible. So Tom, I don't think that's a word in his vocabulary. So he was able to kind of get us all exactly where we needed to be able to, get the job done.
After acting in that type of scenario and training like that, do you think, I mean, I know you have all type of projects. Do you think you'll ever be the same actor after you've been able to accomplish this movie and finish shooting this that you were before? Do you think that this has changed you and this experience that you've had with this movie?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that this was something that was a really unique set of challenges, but also when you do movies on this scale, it takes so much effort. And I think I've just realized, these people that are doing these movies, just the appreciation that I have for them. And really it's how much they're, how much they're doing really to just entertain audiences, because that is Tom's number one thing. He says the audience is never wrong, and really that's what he wants to do. He wants to entertain people on the biggest scale. And I think we're so lucky to have somebody like that who sacrifices so much and really, puts himself at risk, and to be able to make the audience feel like they're right there with him. If you have Tom Cruise, you don't need any green screen. You can save that budget. He's going to do it all for real.
It's a great job. Really terrific, really great part of the story. You pulled it all off. I already appreciate you. I even appreciate you even more as an actor and a performer right now. So thanks for entertaining me. Thanks for being a part of this thing, and thanks for your time.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it.